Hello everyone, welcome back to another video from your girl 𝚃𝚤𝙗𝙗. Today we're going to be talking about Bridgerton season 2 because we have to keep up with our tradition, you guys, with doing our Let's Talk About It. And this season has been crazy, so I need to talk about it. If you guys end up liking this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, make sure you subscribe, make sure you turn on your post notifications, and feel free to leave down below what you guys think about this type of videos. Without further ado, let's talk about it. Let's talk about Bridgerton season 2. Beginning of the season, we're basically going through Anthony's lens. In the first season, it was more about Daphne and about her love life and yada yada yada, but now it's Anthony's turn, basically, because he's basically been boo-hoo, cry a river over that opera singer girl. I'm so sorry, yo, I'm bad with names. But he's, been like, heart been broke so many times, over homegirl. So now it's time for him to find a girl and make her the new Viscountess so he can start whining like a baby. So that's basically what this whole season is about. It's about Anthony finding the woman of his dreams. And by woman of his dreams, it's the woman that does everything he wants her to do. Which is a fun surprise that Kate comes into the story and sweeps him literally off his feet. Not the other way around. It's she sweeps him off his feet. Because Kate is the complete opposite. She's a lot like him. She's nothing like everything he has described for a woman to be, that he wants them to be. She needs to know how to read. Of course, Kate is articulate already, but a lot on Anthony's level, which he clearly gets intimidated by. So it's really fun to see how he's not used to a woman like Kate. And I think that is what sparked their love interest that we get to see during the season. Y'all, I will say my first opinion about this new season. I'm low-key glad they didn't do a lot of sex scenes, because last season, I am not gonna lie to you, I don't even know what Daphne I don't know what Daphne and homeboy were trying to do. Like, it was just like, I forgot what the message and like the objective of the relationship was supposed to be. There is a such thing as too many sex scenes, to the point where I'm just like, what are we doing? What's the story here? That's why I don't like season 1 that much, because it was just a lot going on. But with this season, I feel like the writing was a little bit more better, because we weren't trying to write in 1,000 different sex scenes in different crazy places. I appreciate that we were more tapping into the emotion side. It was more of like old school in a way of how a lot of romance films or TV shows, they don't rely specifically on the sex scenes to drive the chemistry. It's more of the words and the actions that kind of show more of that aren't so It was really interesting to see the dynamic between Anthony and Kate. Now, let's point out the elephant in the room. Her sister, Edwina, as we've learned, was going to marry Anthony. So here's where things got a little bit messy. It was by assumption, at least for Edwina, that literally Kate just hated Anthony. She thought that. So Edwina, she's basically trying to prove to Kate, like, no, like, you don't see him how I see him. Like, he's actually a really great guy. Like, he's very caring and da-da-da-da. Rainbows, sunshines, and rainbows. Now, Kate, at least at the beginning of the show, she genuinely did not like him. But then after like tension of them heavily breathing on each other at random places at the house, then she learned, okay, maybe I do like him, but you don't need to know that. I'm not going to tell you that. So she basically tried to play dumb with her sister. I'm not going to lie. Edwina at the beginning of the show, she was just very naive, and it was just so easy to just take advantage of her or just sweep her under the rug. And I feel like that's what Anthony and Kate took advantage of. Even if they didn't realize it or not, that's genuinely what they did. They saw how much, like, she wanted to have a husband and be the new next Viscountess, and like, she's the diamond that Queen Charlotte really chose her to be. Like, it's just like, she's already stuck in this teenage dream, and everyone's like, yeah, let's fulfill this dream for her, and she'll shut up and not worry about what we're doing behind the screen and behind the scene. So Anthony and Kate definitely took advantage of that. Like, I don't care if they meant that or if they didn't, but it's just like, y'all did what y'all did, and that's that. Because as a sister myself, I have an older sister. It's just funny to me how, like, there was points where Kate was a little bit obvious of what she saw Anthony as. Like the part when he came out the water, when he got pushed in with the guy that Kate was talking to, quote unquote, for like 5 seconds, and then he dropped off the face of the earth. When they fell into the lake, an accident, and Anthony was coming in all seductively with his shirt all quenched in water, and Kate was looking like, oh my God, he is fine. And Edwina's like, oh wow, look at him, he's wet. And she literally saw Kate's face when Anthony got out the water. She was looking at him like he was the last piece of cake at the bakery. And you're telling me that her sister did not catch that? I was like, Edwina, wow, she's really slow. I know Kate was keeping away her true feelings about Anthony to, quote unquote, protect Edwina or make sure everything goes as planned for Edwina. But as we saw, that's what hurted her most in the end. You can't just hold this secret. You can't hold a secret from someone that is going to entirely affect this person's life that you are keeping it from. That's unfair. And then on top of that, it's just like, girl, what am I gonna do if I don't know about that? Like, I'm just gonna like be living a lie, and I won't be true to like myself because I won't be with the guy that I'm supposed to be with. Okay. From a sister's standpoint, I would have been mad too. Like, girl, honestly, I'm just mad at the fact you wouldn't tell me anything, because like, especially if they're close and they always tell each other everything, the utter betrayal. It's like, girl, why didn't you just tell me soon enough? Yeah, it was a lot. But all I'm gonna say is, I think Anthony is a good guy, but it's just like, when it came to Edwina finding out about him and Kate, and literally Queen Danbury was telling them, hey yo, y'all need to like separate. We can't do this, okay? We still put on the wedding because Edwina is really taking the high road, but y'all two need to stop messing with each other. Kate, being the responsible sister she is, she's not messing with Anthony anymore. But Anthony is the one that's always trying to pursue her. He was the one coming up in the ballroom looking at her like, Kate, come here, Kate. I understand that you love this girl, but like, if you cared anything about Edwina, you wouldn't be doing this. And I feel like that just showed he didn't even care about Edwina from the start. It's just like, dude, you didn't care. Because if you did care, you wouldn't be trying to pull all these other moves that for sure is gonna hurt Edwina even more. So I was just like, y'all for the streets, man. I don't know what y'all two doing. This is just, I hate it here. Like, I live it. I don't live it. Okay, now I want to move on to Miss Penelope, the one we know as Lady Whistledown. My gosh, my girl was working this season, but behind the scenes. Now, I'm not even gonna lie, I feel like when it came to the letters, I feel like I never knew what she was doing. I was just like, so are you doing anything? Like, it just never made any sense to me of what she was doing. I know she's getting all this letter out like Gossip Girl, but it's just at the same time, I'm like, girl, what you doing? The utter betrayal between her and Eloise broke out at the end of the season. Everyone knows when it came to Eloise and the mystery of who Lady Whistledown was, she was kind of caught in a whole pickle at the end of last season. She believed for Genevieve, the seamstress, she thought Lady Whistledown was her, but then it was confirmed and somehow that wasn't her. So now Eloise is like, who the frick is Lady Whistledown? Little does she know it was her best friend. I wish there was a nicer, cooler way for Penelope to have Eloise find out it was her. It was a really sad way for her to find out, because our lovely queen, she believed that Eloise was Lady Whistledown. Penelope this time is caught in a pickle, because Penelope like, bruh, listen, I know like Eloise is not Lady Whistledown because I'm Whistledown, but how the frick am I going to show the queen that Eloise is not Lady Whistledown, but also keep her off my tracks like any Gossip Girl writer would do in this type of pickle? She wrote the article and she basically blasted her friend's whole secret. Everyone's saying she's a radical, they basically made Eloise look like she was easy A, and everyone just blasted her with an A on her chest and looked at her as if she killed someone's cat. And that was all because Penelope released that letter regarding about Eloise's secret life that no one knew about. Eloise ends up finding out that Penelope is Lady Whistledown because Penelope did not do a great job keeping secret all of the usual mannerisms of Lady Whistledown. The one that Eloise pointed out was being able to pick up on everyone's secrets just like that in just a room. This sounds a lot like Lady Whistledown. Aha, that was her aha moment. And child, I was just like, oh no, I don't want you to find out that way. It was a very humbling experience, but also was very embarrassing. Penelope, run. So it's really bitter and sad to see their friendship is like really in a pickle right now. Honestly, I don't even know if there really is a friendship because I'm pretty sure Eloise is like, I don't want to talk to you anymore. Da, 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 da. And I'm just like, oh my god. After that, Penelope really said, okay, yeah, so like my best friend or ex-best friend, you know, she's mad at me because I really just put her on blast. But hey, the queen won't be on her track anymore. But you know what? The business got to keep rolling, so I'm gonna keep writing the letters. Like, she really went tarnish my friendships, tarnish my friend's reputation. Let's go write another letter. I'm like, girl, you wild. So Penelope, whew, child, I was just like, girl, you need to sit down. Maybe you need to take a break next season because it was just so much. But then Eloise low-key had a love interest. I was bugging. I was like, finally. You cannot have Daphne be the only Bridgerton sister that had a man, even though we didn't even see the man. All we saw was that baby at the end. Like, he cute, but your daddy gone. Oh, sound around message. I'm kidding. But yeah, I was just like, can Eloise have a man? Cause what? But that was shortly lived because he was too poor for her. And he was like, girl, I'm gonna get lost up in the limelight, spotlight because of you. She was like, what? Boy, you stop playing with me. And he said, well, you stop playing with me because I'm done with you. I said, oh, wait a minute. So yeah, that was that. I was like, that was awkward. And then child, Daphne really just showed her face for 5 seconds and then just jumped. I said, okay, it was nice of her to comfort Anthony of him trying to figure out how to stop being a hoe and start acting like a man, because it was just like, dude, come on, man. Like, you really about to marry the girl you love's sister that you don't really love? It's kind of weird. Honestly, those are the key things I wanted to point out about Bridgerton, honestly. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts or key takeaways were from this season. I would be happy to talk to you guys about it in the comments. But if you like this video, remember to give it a thumbs up, make sure you subscribe, and turn on your post notifications. And that's a wrap on It'sElise.